Hey beauties, morning to you. So last evening I was listening to the news and Daryl Vaz and other, stated that on Sunday the bus fare basically will be increased. So this morning in listening to the radio to, two co-hosts for a particular radio station, they were giving more details on it because I didn't hear everything in totality. That it will be increased by 19%. However, for those of the people who are taking like the JUT buses and some metro bus in the Montego Bay area, I think he said the fare will remain the same. So that won't change. Now, I've heard people saying that, they probably, and I'm using hyperbole to express it, meaning I'm exaggerating it. They would have to actually go from Sunday morning to wait on that Monday morning bus because they take long to come, I guess, where they're coming from, and they have to stop and take up a certain number of people, then drop them off at whatever location they stop, and, the bus is going to drive at the speed limit. All, the different steps in terms of the how the bus ought to operate. I know they had gotten a fleet of buses, so I'm not sure if that is still an issue, in fairly recent times. So I assume that the bus services has improved where that is concerned. I don't know if in terms of the fare, not because he mentioned the JUT. If you take the JUT buses, I guess it's an all island JUT buses one, that the fare will not be increased there. I'm not sure. You can go and check it out. But I know they said if you take the Montego Bay Metro bus, the fare will not be increased, and the JUT buses. So I don't know if the JUT buses is only in light of Montego Bay or across the island. So guys, you're going to have to get up from Sunday morning to go for the Monday morning bus, because in fairness to them as well, we have to admit something with us generally as Jamaicans. We're late. A lot of times we are tardy. A lot of time, not just absenteeism, but this tardiness, late, not punctual. We're not punctual. The only times we had to be punctual was when our parents decided that we're going to be punctual for school. But as we became adults, we feel like we have more, leverage, and we have more freedom and liberty and choice and authority. So I've come in if I feel like, because we don't hold people accountable greatly and gravely here in this country if you're late so much as in other countries. Because many people, when they move to other countries, they realize the laws are strict. You miss your job. I remember a man said to me that, he remember one day he would be 5 minutes late, 1 minute late, 2 minutes late, and at the end of the month, the lady, his boss, she just contacted him. It was a male or female, any which way, whichever one. Like his name was Mark. January 1 to January 31, like you said, the Monday you came 1 minute late, then so we deduct that from your salary. He was shocked. He could not be. They counted the minutes and added it up and then deducted it from his salary. They deducted it from his salary. He could. Lord of his mercy. Some places will tell you don't come back. Some, depending on where you work. I've heard people saying that, they've had good foreign bosses. They pay well, but don't be late. Don't be late. Do your work and then you can leave on time. That's one of the things, they say they appreciate though, but out here, they might not want you to be late, but they also don't want you to leave on time. Meaning if it's 5 o'clock, I remember back in the day, they used to have this thing. It doesn't look good to leave work exactly at your work time. It's like you're showing them that you're not interested in the work. What the heck? And maybe that has contributed to the decadence in the society, meaning people are there's a social ill, and we don't know how to communicate with each other, because it's almost like they would expect 50% of the day to be spent just toiling, not having that kind of work home life balance or friends, about it would look bad. I never forgot that. Madness. That is crazy. We have to have a balanced life. You can track somebody from 8 to 5 or 9 to 5, for example, or whatnot. I'm not saying that 1 or 2 times if there's something else to do, they can't assist if you need their help. But they should leave at the time. That's when you contracted them. And the rest of the time they need for themselves. They need to build a bond even stronger with their families. That's a background master slavery mentality. I don't appreciate that. Especially in light of the fact that generally, especially for public sector workers, they're not paid well here. So this thing about it doesn't look good. What doesn't look good? We create a lot of fads and subcultural practices that are just unjust to suit, supremacy or supremacists. Madness. And I don't know if that is still practiced today. It's not a good thing. It is not a good thing. It doesn't teach somebody to go above and beyond. It actually diminishes that, because it means that you don't value nor respect them. But aside from that, people try and be punctual. I'm not saying that I'm always a punctual person and all of that. But if I have something to be done and it has a certain time, I do my best, to follow the rules and the regulations where that is concerned. So some of you have to know now to be very punctual. Another thing that can happen, if since the fare is going to be increased, I'm not going to be in any bashing or anything like that, is that try and see if you can work out something with a neighbor, so who is going in your direction. A family member, neighbor who is going in your direction. You may not want to pester them too much, because sometimes they want their alone time as a family. If they're a single person, even alone time in their vehicles. It's very difficult for me to pass people, because I remember the days when I wasn't driving and I had to walk out. It was a distance to go to the bus stop, then to take that to go wherever I'm going. And there were neighbors who because they know you, because they would see you. And I mean, a young female girl. And I remember one man, he would just wave to me and pass. Maybe I was just so, I don't even know what to say, but wave. And I said, what a man, what a prick. Not even to offer me to give me a ride out the road. And I never liked it. It would bother me, because a little distance. And, thank God the area is just safe. But, sometimes you just wanted a lift out. And so I try to practice that. When I see people that I know, I stop. You say, I tell them the direction. I say, you want a lift out? Most times they do say yes, because it's not easy. Financially, it's not easy. And sometimes your body's just tired, and it would be good if you can. So sometimes you may have to just do that. So please live good with your neighbors. Live good with your neighbors so that you can feel good, but don't overdo it. I know you may feel good and say, Lord, me get for driving at some AC and some comfort, without the boogie yaga business and the noise on my head and whatnot. But you have to balance wisdom with your own pockets, because sometimes you have to give them their alone time. Don't lay weight, as them would say. Lay weight people. Like, that's not a good thing. You'll become a bother. You will become a bother. And, people don't like that. So I implore you to just, work things out, say a prayer. So Lord, help me to find a way. It's not going to be easy. I already don't earn enough. My salary is low. Just find a way, make a way where there seems to be no way, so that I can, get to work on time. I don't struggle in terms of my bus fare so much. I don't struggle in terms of not being able to buy lunch, because I have to use the money to now pay the extra fare. You have to do that. It may mean that you now need to cook and carry with you, so you have to use quantum ways. Don't allow hindrances to stop you. So a ball comes in here, you move to the left. One comes to the right, you move to the left. One comes down, you go up. One comes up, you go down, you go under. You have to find ingenious ways. You have to find witty ways. Ask God for witty inventions to give you, how to maneuver the increase in the salaries and so forth. When I say sorry, me hear well. That increase in salaries, I think about increase in salaries, so much increase in the bus fare. As I said, just have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, or Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time I want you to sing with me. Yeah, sometimes I give a little gimmick when I'm ready. But seriously, on all serious note, on all serious cylinders, work, you, as I said, you may have to leave out from Sunday morning. And I'm not being literal. I'm saying get up earlier so that you can catch what you call the late or early JUTC buses. If it is all island, that you won't pay the extra, and so forth. No, some of you are still going to take the taxi men. That's your choice. Nobody can tell people what to do, and they have to eat too. And for those in the Montego Bay area, I guess you can take the Metro bus. I don't know how they run. I don't live in Montego Bay. I live in Kingston. So you have to just make your calling and election sure, work it out, and see how best. You have to be prudent and wise with your monies. Guys, follow me on TikTok. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. please share this.